Hi, I hope you're having a great evening and had an even better weekend with the holiday weekend. It was absolutely gorgeous, so I hope you were able to get out there and enjoy it. Want to bring to you just some real quick updates on what's going on in the real estate and the activity that we've had in our local market. Dallas has seen slight increase. What I have now is data that I'm going from week to week, so you can see and know a little bit more, and I can do it by county. So Dallas County has had a little bit of an increase in the actual new listings, very, very slight, but still new listings and still an increase. Collin County, Tarrant County, a little bit of a decrease in those markets right now. The pending, we've actually seen a little bit. Tarrant and Dallas have had a slight decrease, while Collin County had an increase, which is good. I mean, about 30 days out or before now, so a lot of contracts were going under and when are now moving into pending. The closings, that's probably where we've seen the biggest impact, the biggest number. Most all across the board, we're seeing half of the closings this past week as we saw the week before. Is that due to Easter week, holiday week? I don't know. That's a good possibility, but we'll know here pretty soon. A lot of people today, well, before I go to that, I wanted to mention, I read something about if you're looking to get a mortgage loan this year or anytime soon, check with your broker. The lending guidelines are very possibly going to be changing. I heard and read today where Chase is moving theirs to minimum credit score of 700 and at least 20% down on a new mortgage. So something to be aware of, something to know if you're looking and going out and shopping. Check with your mortgage broker and who you're dealing with and make sure that you know what you need to get your best rate and best services available. Also, want to just visit with you something else that I read recently is many are asking if we are back into a recession, and if so, does that mean that we're into a housing crash? The answer is recession, very likely. Very quick, very swift, doesn't necessarily hold true to previous definitions, but because of the impact that we've had, and particularly here in Texas, because we've had not only the virus, but we've also had the oil and gas pricing impact, the global collapse of the pricing impact us here. So housing crash, no, nobody's really expecting that to happen here. Texas in particular went through and has had a really strong economy, and everybody is still hopeful and thinks that we'll continue on after this, after we find a way to rebuild and keep going, that we'll be able to pick back up. What's interesting is that in 2006-08, which is what we relate to when we talk about recession and the housing crash, that was because we were underbuilt. In part and overextended. The debt ratios, especially in the home equity, was very high as opposed to where we are today. Today, we're overbuilt, and the equity that most current owners have in their houses, about a quarter of what it was before in the previous recession. So I think we've got some good news that's there. We just have to keep hope and praying. It'll take some time from what I'm hearing. But I listened to a report from the Texas Comptroller, Glenn Hager, and he was talking how we were in a very strong market, and in a very short time, in just a matter of weeks, we have moved into what he considers a very possible and likely recession. Manage the expectations. Not sure what's going to happen. Where we are is still very fluid, and there's still a lot of unknowns. He, in his report, remained very hopeful and sees that because we were so strong before this downturn, that he's expecting and hoping for a really strong return coming on. If you have any questions, thoughts, I'd love to answer, do some research for you. I'm here, I'm available, and if I don't see you soon, which I hope we do, then I'll certainly be in touch with you next week and give you another update. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you then. Bye.